Alright, so we are back. We explored and got a bunch of the magic doors. We did get some upgrades and some items that are going to be useful for later. In fact, we could look at doing this for now, maybe? No, it's less charm. But we did get another falcon blade. We also, for Eric, got a falcon knife earring. We got an agility gilet? Sure. Which is actually a decent charm upgrade for Sylvando, and it's giving him some extra agility. Nothing crazy there. We did get some recipes for some new rods, but nothing I think I'm super excited yet. Nothing I'm sold on. I did respec Serena to go ahead and be a little tankier with the shield. But yeah, I think nothing else that I really want to invest a ton into right now, but can be useful later. And then we also got like 40,000 gold, so that was nice. Now, if you look at the map though, there is really only like, we'll kind of do this one so it's a little better to see where we've been. But there's only really the part at the top left there that we have yet to explore, and then of course where Yggdrasil is as well. So that's really the last major zone we need to hit to, and we have one more orb to track down. So we'll see if we can make our way up there. We are going to start having some frost variants of enemies, but we should be in a pretty strong spot. I'll go for a helicopter here. Just clear this out nice and easy. Big damage. Okay. So I have been doing some thinking as well about kind of like late game party. And I think it may be this, and then we'll sub out Jade for maybe Eric once we get him later on. Because I do think eventually I want to go into into boomerangs to have that AoE damage and that clear all damage. I think will be really good, especially with going greatsword. We're not gonna have the sword ability to clear all. So we'll be really good on groups of enemies with the hero, but then and have good single target damage, and then Eric can help really shred just groups of enemies. I think will be the plan. Yeah, nice and easy. I don't think we want to do a full-on swoosh. Let's do a whoosh. A little cheaper. There we go. Okay.
Another day, another victory.
Easy enough. Now, we can go ahead and go... let's go up here first, because I can't remember what all is available. So this is a little Viking hideout. Like I said, I'll poke through, because I think there's some stuff we can still loot and get. Pink Pearl, okay, nice. So this'll this'll for sure be something that we kind of spend a decent amount of time at later. But like I said, I think there's at least a little something we can get here. Alright. Yeah, I could have sworn there was at least a little, like some crafting materials or something. There is a toggle this way. Like I said, I thought there was something. Hey, there we go. Okay. I knew there was something out here. That's fine. We'll just go to this. Keep us from having to run. Okay. Well, that was easy enough. Little detour. It'll, we'll scope out that little area. And we will now depart in the city of Sniffelheim. Oh, one of the orbs must be nearby. What's going on? So you've sailed all the way across the ocean to visit Sniffelheim, have you? I'm sorry, but your journey's been wasted, I'm afraid. What do you mean? Go see it for yourself. Ma'am, you seem a little scantily clad. Alright, well. Okay. I came to this kingdom to learn the folk dances, but it's so cold I can't move a muscle. Alrighty.
Here we are, the Crystal Kingdom of Sniffelheim, home to the famous Blue Orb. It's a fair wee while since I've visited, but it warms my heart to be back.
That must be about the only thing that is warm around here. Let's hurry up and get inside before we all freeze to death.
Concerned about Eric.
Huh? What's this? What the? The gates are covered in ice. Look, they're frozen shut.
How strange. Still, I suppose it's only natural they'd ice up in a climate as cold as this.
Natural, my foot. What about all the people inside? How are they supposed to live if they can't get in or out of the city?
You've a point there, lassie. They've always made sure to keep the main gate free of frost, even in the dead of winter.
So, what are we supposed to do? There's an orb in there we need to get to.
Well, if we can't go in through the front door, we'll just have to head round the back.
Yeah. Alright. And we'll go ahead and get this campsite here just to have that resting location handy. Okay. I think there's a little bit... What do you got? Okay, never mind. I must be thinking of something later. Okay. But the reason we are finally able to go through is we now have a way inside to the city.
What's going on? The whole city's been turned to ice.
It's just like what happened to the gates. This doesn't seem natural at all.
This may be the Crystal Kingdom, but it shouldn't be frozen solid, cold winter or no. We'd better take a look around.
Sounds good. Because this is definitely not your average winter weather. But there is someone. Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry. You gave me a fright. I hadn't expected to see travelers in town.
Finally, someone who hasn't been turned into a block of ice. Can you tell us what happened here?
Well, it all began 3 months ago. It was a bright, sunny day, just like any other, when suddenly a strange shadow filled the sky. It was a witch.
A witch? My goodness! That sounds like something from a fairy tale.
Just so. She chanted an ancient incantation, and just like that, the town was engulfed in a ferocious snowstorm. The wind took my breath clean away, and before I knew it, I had fainted. And when I awoke, all was frozen. I was the only one spared.
She must be a pretty powerful witch to freeze this whole city with a single spell. I wish I could help, but all this ice is more than my magic can melt.
By the way, Missy, that symbol in your shawl, is that not...
Oh, forgive me. I haven't introduced myself yet, have I? I am Frisabeth, Queen of Sniffelheim.
You're the queen? So, does that mean the old king is...
I'm afraid so. My father passed away last year. Oh, I've only been in charge these few months, and just look at my kingdom. Whatever am I going to do?
It looks like Sniffelheim's in a bit of a sticky situation. I suppose now isn't a good time to ask about the orb.
It's probably not.
An orb? What kind of orb?
Why, the big blue ball that's been handed down in your family for generations, lassie. And truth be told, we need to borrow it.
Oh, of course. You would be welcome to borrow it, but I'm afraid it is locked up tight inside the castle, which is locked up tight inside the ice.
Well, that's just perfect. So if we don't find a way to melt that ice, we'll never get our hands on the orb. Maybe if we got rid of that wicked witch, it might break her spell.
I thought just the same thing. Why, only a few days ago, a band of soldiers from a faraway land came here to investigate what was happening.
Oh.
I sent them out to try and find the witch and fight her, but I haven't seen them since.
Well, we can't very well leave them out in the cold. Let's go and give those soldiers a hand and bring spring back to Sniffelheim, shall we?
Sure thing.
Oh, thank you, thank you. The Wicked Witch dwells in the Hexwood, a haunted forest far to the north of the Snarefelt steppe. Be very, very wary, for the witch does not live in the woods alone. She keeps a fierce, magical beast to guard against intruders.
Aye, we'll be sure to keep an eye out. Thanks for the warning, lassie. Right, come on, boys and girls. Let's head over to the Hexwood.
What was that? Huh? You got something to say? Alright. Let's make our way. I can't remember if there's any like actual loot real quick, so I'm gonna do a once over. Yeah, so most of like our loot and stuff is gonna be frozen. So we can't have access to that yet. Until we solve the first problem. But we can manage that well enough. Oh, whoops. There's at least a sparkly spot here. Some perma snow. Okay. Now, there is a couple things that we can do on the way to the Hexwood. So we'll see if we can do some exploring. Hello. Off to the Stairfelt, are ya? Watch your back out there. I hear some of them rotten monsters breathe blizzards at you, and before you know it, you're as frosty as a snowman. Alright. And we are off to the Snarefelt region. I legitimately don't remember. I think it's at the top part is the way to the Hexwood. I think. But we'll clear off this little bit there. And then there are some decent materials up here, yeah. Remember, these are going to be similar monsters to what we have seen, just a bit stronger versions of them. And I think there's something over here. Yeah, boy. A mini metal. And we did get quite a few of those when we were clearing out the magic doors, so we got quite a bit of progress on that. But let's make our way. Again, I'm pretty sure that it's like this top part. Okay. There we go. Long path. Yeah, so the Hexwood is going to be up towards the top here. There is a little cabin we can get to. And we'll go from there. Now that is kind of what I was alluding to earlier. That is the Royal Library. We're going to be making a trip, but we'll probably do everything with the Hexwood sooner. And I'm going to see if I can get this, because I think this is a campsite. I think that we can technically travel around. So worst case scenario, I'm just going to rest here real quick. I can't remember if this is a travel point or not. Okay. So now that we just slept in that man's bed, we will just make our way out. There is a treasure chest here. The super cool kit. Okay. Pretty nice. Let's head on up to the Hexwood. Oh, we recognize that kind of uniform, huh? Oh, whoops. Twice in a row? I don't think that's ever happened before. What in the world is a civilian doing here? This forest is extremely dangerous. I'd advise you to leave immediately. What am I doing here? Well, I'm a soldier from Heliodor. We were dispatched to investigate why all contact with Sniffelheim had been lost. It seems the city was frozen by an evil witch, and she and her monster protector are at large somewhere in this forest, which is why you shouldn't be here. We know some other soldiers from Heliodor. We gonna get some little surprise visitors? Alright. Now, I feel like we're in a pretty strong spot, so I don't really feel like we need to, like, grind it all or anything like that. At least not yet. You doing alright, buddy? It's so cold. My squad were caught in a snowstorm, but before I knew it, I was all on my own. I hope they find me before that wicked witch does. Yeah, I love the ice physics. Some more perma-snow. Again, I really don't feel the need to fight much of this. So we'll just kind of roundabout. We traveled all the way from Heliodor to come to Sniffelheim's aid. The witch who froze the city is somewhere in this forest. If we can cut her down, it may break her spell. Unfortunately, our squad became separated in this blasted blizzard, and the commander is nowhere to be found. He is a knight beyond compare, but like all men of Heliodor, he feels the cold. Why must I be dragged to these bleak black backwaters? I am the scion of one of the most noble houses of Heliodor. I knew it was a mistake joining the army. If only I'd ignored everyone's advice and followed in the footsteps of my rake of a father, I could be sitting on a beach in Puerto Valor right now, watching the girls go by. You punk. We're fine. We don't need to worry about those. We do get a seed of agility, so that's useful. Again, I'd like to stay pretty fresh here, so I don't really want to fight too many of these monsters. Did I was gonna say, please don't tell me I just completely went on the wrong path. But we're fine. Yeah, boy, there we go. We'll get a treasure chest over here. Platinum protection. We can get platinum platters and platinum shields. Alright, we're good. Ice physics, there we go. And what do we got here? A Lucida shard, okay. Again, yeah, we're just gonna casually make our way through. Some more platinum ore. So that's starting to become really common, which is nice. One thing I really like is how you can really feel that sense of progression. I forgot this was here. So we could have fought stuff, but whatever, it's fine. We'll go ahead and save right here, because, you know, there's this random little save point here at the end of the path. Certainly could not be a boss arena coming up. That couldn't be. That'd be weird. Oh no. The party becomes separated in the snowstorm. We'll try and push forward. Oh, there's someone. There's your boy.
You will not keep me from the witch beast. Yield! The darkspawn here? How could I be so foolish?
We're just kind of hanging out. Yorman draws near. We'll just pull that sword out of our pocket. Alright. Snowball to us. Let's go ahead and get our great sword guard here, since we are by ourselves. A little bit of damage, but that's fine. We can get a mid-heal. Actually, wow, we're getting tanky. Yeah, let's do a mid-heal. We're fine. Got a little bit here. There we go. Let's throw out some damage. Do we have anything? No damage over time or anything now. Yeah, this is gonna be just our strongest thing. Some big damage, 244. Okay. Just got a lot tankier. Or a lot more damage. But we do, he is a little squishier, so let's take advantage of that with an Unbridled Blade. 320 points of damage. Ooh, jeez. And we're stunned, oh no. Alright. Okay. Alright, time for round 2. To be fair, I think we got kind of unlucky. So let's go ahead and get our Greatsword Guard back online. That's okay. And again, I think we're just gonna... I think the right play is to just throw out damage. Good parry. And a counter. Here we go. 246. Okay. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a preemptive mid-heal to top off. Oh boy. Yeah, let's get one more. Greatsword Guard is almost running out. But we do dodge, that's good. I'd love to get some damage in on there, but I don't... Okay, his... There's a snowball. Okay, okay, alright. That's 2 defense downs. As long as we don't get Shypox and then have an attack into an attack, I think we're okay. This is gonna be a ton of damage. 352 points of damage. He's getting low. Keep the damage up. Another snowball, but we parry. Okay. Alright. Well, this went much better. Turns out we're not, you know, taking down 100-0. We're pretty strong.